We're pretty muddy here, as you can see. We're gonna try this. It's slick. Not too bad, actually.
What's going on, everybody? This ride was from a week or so ago. It's kind of depressing because I look outside right now. It is November 5th. Yes, it's voting day today. And it's snowing outside my window right now. I'm kind of depressed, but I just did get back from voting, so I braved the weather, went out there and did my civic duty. So that's as political as we'll get here. Let's get back to this bike and this ride. I have had a really good time on this bike. I've only ridden it a couple times. This is the 2025 Husky TE300, TE300 Pro. As you guys know, I'm not usually like a fan of these limited edition bikes. Watch this, like, boom. That little bump right there, it doesn't look like anything, but it's getting worse and worse. I've been riding this trail for like 12 years, and that section, there's a few sections of this that have gotten worse and worse and worse, and that's one of them. It's not like it's gnarly, but anyway, it's just interesting how trails evolve over time. Sometimes they evolve drastically and quickly, and sometimes they don't. Anyway, back to the bike. This bike has an incredible front fork. I just love, in 2024 and now in 2025, these enduro forks that KTM is putting on there, the WP forks. They're absolutely phenomenal. I just absolutely love them. They are so good, and it makes me kind of cringe when I think back about some of the other forks that we've had through the years on various models, KTMs and Hondas and Kawasaki's and, Yamahas. I just think these are valved very, very, very good, especially even going up this stuff. So this day I was running tubes in my tires. So I'm running 15 pounds of pressure in that front tire, and you would assume it'd be bouncing all over, because normally I'm running tubeless, and so I usually run about 7 psi if I'm going to ride single track like this, if I have tubeless. And so it's a lot softer. You double the pressure, and it's going to be a lot harder. And even with these forks, the way they're valved, bouncing through these rocks like this, it's not bad at all. I really love it. So on this bike, it's got the Brembo brakes, front and rear. It has a front disc guard, front brake disc guard, a rear brake disc guard. They put a skid plate on it. It's got a little bit of a linkage guard on it. It came with the radiator fan installed. So a few extra goodies on this TE300 Pro. This will be a sweepstakes bike starting Black Friday here in 2024 and going through the end of the year. So hold any orders that you have on my website, but you'll be able to get entries to win this bike using either my website or my links to Rocky Mountain ATV. So that should be awesome. By the way, if you guys didn't see the woman who won the bike just the other night, we're waiting for her to be validated from Sweepstakes Pros, but it's Patricia Fulmer. So we did the drawing for her, and she didn't answer the phone. And then then I left, started driving, and she starts calling me. And I'm like, she called me like 5 times while I was driving on the freeway. And I'm like, I want to get this on record. So I went and called her, did a live stream from my girlfriend's house, and called her back, and it's pretty awesome. She was actually in the hospital. It had a kidney infection, so it's a really, really great story. If you want a feel-good story, go listen to that, because she was the one that won the 2024 KTM 300 XCW. And as soon as Sweepstakes Pros validates her and everything, then I will, make that official announcement. But she's the winner. She's out of, I think it was Truckee, California. Anyway, this bike will be a sweepstakes bike at the, here after Thanksgiving, starting Black Friday through the end of the year, and it's absolutely phenomenal. These bikes are incredible. TE300i. I do a lot of phone calls with people, and if you want to have a meeting with me, here's the link. I'll probably flash up the link right here. But we can do a 15-minute free phone call if you want to talk for longer. You can also schedule that as well. But it's a lot of fun, and a lot of the people that I talk to are people who are used to be in dirt bikes when they were kids, and then they want to get back into it, and now they're 30, 40, 50, whatever it is, and they have a bunch of questions and they don't know who to talk to. And I love having conversations with people like that, just to remove some of the confusion about all the different things out there, 2-strokes and 4-strokes, and what bikes should you buy, and what helmet and boots and all those things. It's kind of overwhelming. I was talking to a gentleman, it was either this morning or yesterday. I'm like, look, if I was getting back into mountain biking, I mean, I mountain biked a little bit when I was a kid, but if I wanted to get back into it today, it's like overwhelming. I know just enough to know about mountain biking to know I know nothing. And so it would be really overwhelming, like what size bike, you know, what frame and all these different things. I don't even know what questions to ask. And that's how a lot of people feel with motorcycles. So if you're that person, look, I've never said I'm the best rider out there. I've never said, you know, that I know everything, but I can help answer a lot of the questions that you may have, especially when you're getting into this sport. I've been doing this for a minute now, and I'm not biased. I don't have, you know, sponsors from any of these different manufacturers. I can tell you honestly, some of the amazing, like every bike has really good features. Here's something I would say to you. If you're if you're asking around and whatever, if you get someone that says, oh my gosh, Honda sucks, or KTM sucks, or Kawasaki, any one of them, like Yamaha, those bikes suck, just smile, nod, and don't ask them any more questions. Because if anyone says that any of these bikes suck, they do not know what they're talking about, and they're totally biased. Because the truth is, all these different bikes, all these different manufacturers, they don't suck. They're actually awesome. They all have some really good features to them and some really good selling points to buy all the different ones. And, you know, different strokes for different folks. I tend to like the 2-strokes because of the riding styles that I do. But I'm in the market to buy probably a YZ250F to be able to go to the track with my son. My son's like to going to the moto track. And so I would like to get like a YZ250F. And my son wants a KTM 250SXF. I don't want that bike. I want the Yamaha. So I will give you unbiased opinions. And I like all the different brands for different reasons. And, you know, so anyway, it's fun to have those calls. If you want to have a call with me, go ahead and schedule one. And I'm going to cut you guys to the end of the video, so leave a single track, guys.
That's crazy. I've been riding up here, I guess, for 12 years now. I don't think I've ever been on snow on this particular trail. Just, you know, I try to avoid it. I don't want to tear up a trail. I'm not tearing it up today, but it's been like 80 degrees in the valleys. We had some rain down in the valley that obviously contributed. It was snow up here, but then it's been warm, so warm. I was like, I don't think we're gonna have a lot of snow up there, and up here, and we don't. Not a lot of snow, obviously, but just a wee little bit. So it makes for some interesting riding. Yeah, it was 12 years ago that I brought my first 300 2-stroke up here. Back in 2012. I need to clear that. 1 second, I gotta clear this off the trail. I'm gonna clear a few things on the way back, but all right, we'll just cut this one. Okay. All right. That's better. Once the saw comes out, I just leave it out and stick it down in my boot. That works.